This intro theme slaps. Hello, welcome and welcome back. This is Jacob and today we are going to be beginning the narration and character voice acting for the side story Operation LUCENT Arrowhead, aka our second Rainbow Six Siege event side story. It is here, it is finally here, and can I just say, and I hope I'm not the only one in saying this still, even though we knew for months ahead of course that this is coming, this still feels a bit like a fever dream. I'm not gonna lie, this feels like a fever dream that not only is there a second story for a collab, but the original story, when this one finishes up, will have a rerun. So yeah, what the hell? What is happening over at AG? What is happening with Hypergriff? I have nothing against it, but it's very interesting to see. And I am excited to present this story to everybody, as always. But before we begin, so, very quickly, like I just said, the first side story, aka Operation Originium Dust, will be having a rerun when this story finishes up, its original run. So, if you are new to Arknights and haven't had the experience yet to go through that story, you can do so once this one is done and the rerun is gonna begin. And also, Ash's banner and so on will be also available at the time, so if you ever wanted all of the operators from Rainbow Six that are currently available and will be available, you can do so. And that one makes me very happy because to this day, I am still blitzless. And soon, I will not be. And that makes me happy. I never, ever in my life thought that the day would come that they would rerun an event where I am missing an actual operator from. And I'm very happy they're doing I'm very happy they're doing that. Oh my god, I want my German man. Anyway, that goddamn meme star. But yeah. But if you do not want to wait too long for the rerun story, the full-on voiceover is already done for that one, since I did originally obviously play that and I was able to record it, therefore post its run. The full playlist can be found in the description of the video, pinned, and in the pinned comment down below in the comment section, so you can find the playlist for Operation Originium Dust very easily. If you want to watch it and listen to it, you can do so at any given point, it is right there. And especially because this story is kind of picking up as well after the events of that one, as our new Rainbow operators that we are meeting in this story are still looking for the original squad that disappeared in the events of the first story, and they will be, well, I mean, they're also getting isekai'd. How and what drives, what gets them over there, I guess we'll see through the story. But yeah, original story is down in the comment section below and in the description of the video, so enjoy it and you can see what transpired in it. But for now, that's it. As always, I personally will only know what the story is up until where we're gonna be covering it per episode, and this one goes all the way to the end of stage 3. So what I'm trying to say, as always, is, and you know it if you've been with the channel for a while, do not spoil anything that is outside of, or rather past, where we're gonna be with this part, especially because I like to read all of the comments that you guys leave, so please don't spoil me. But yeah. Yeah, no spoilers, please. Comment only on stuff that is happening in this part and per part in the future. And yeah, let's have some nice discussions about the story, shall we? In the meantime, let's begin with the first cutscene. Introductionary cutscene, titled Special Visitors Channel. And it says, "Despite your unusual method of entry, it is my pleasure to provide you with commentary for your brief visit." We've arrived at Magnethill number 2. Repeat, we've arrived at Magnethill number 2. Doc, how are things over on your side? Exterior clear. Considering the unique properties of Magnethill number 2, I suggest we meet up. Agreed. Drone recon report, Iana. Almost no different from the way we left it. Readings are virtually the same. and there is no sign of activity from any other party. Looks like the quarantine of Magnethill number 2 has been pretty well enforced. Which is to say, there is nobody here. And that's not good news, because we're here to look for the missing Ash Squad. Keep your eyes open. We'll proceed to Levy's main lab once we're on the Voo. Here we are. Are you sure? This is where Levy's main lab was, according to the map. We were only one step behind Cohen. There were tremors, then... I don't know if it was that madman Levy or something wrong with the equipment, but the whole lab disappeared into thin air. Into thin air? Are you sure? I'd say that in my expert opinion, it's the most fitting description of the events. That just doesn't seem possible. No explosion can wipe out all evidence that a lab ever existed. It wouldn't have left a big hole like this, sending only a few tremors through those outside. Earthquake? Or is it like you said? It's not an earthquake. The tremors might well be linked to the disappearance. Find cover and wait for the tremors to pass. How many floors are there? My legs are starting to scream. Keep going up. We need to reach the Renale's penthouse. Can't we take the elevator? Why do we have to climb these stairs floor by floor? You think I don't want to? Recon report on the security here indicates that the penthouse is only accessible by these stairs and his own private elevator. There are guards posted by the elevator on every floor. Security is weakest on the stairs. That's where we break through. Guy's just a Kazimirzian who came to make some money, isn't he? It's not like he has anybody backing him up. Why do we have to be so careful just to get him to sign a transfer agreement? He has money. That's all the backing he needs. Keep moving. Quit looking around. I'm completely spent, boss. I'd rather take the lift and fight my way through. Shh. Captain? We've almost reached the office. Quiet down. A letter? I told you can open those on your own. No need to ask me. It says for your eyes only, Renale. Where is it from? Casimir's. Looks like it's from your uncle. The usual inheritance demand. Also one from the Dossoles municipal government. A letter from the city. Probably nothing important. Should be another stupid banquet invitation. Maybe Candela will be there. We could discuss the opening ceremony with her. It's not far off after all, and you've spent so much time and effort on it. It's probably going to be spectacular. Come, stand with me, Milosh. The man walks up and stands by the red-haired Wolpo's side. They admire the artwork at the end of the room, about the height of 2 persons. I'm naming it The Fall of Order. What do you think? Sure. You want to show it at the opening? We've always been straight with each other, haven't we? Is that twisted curve intended to represent the fall? No, it represents the fleeting gaze of society on man. A dogmatic gaze that considers all that does not conform to be madness, lines that can only emerge from a post-profound silent Iberia. The Iberian Inquisition, certainly a symbol of order. On the right, does that indescribable cone represent the spires of Leithanion? No. Imagine Sargon and its millennia of wind and sand, the Lords Amir, the Padisha, the Golden City. Fantasizing the exotic is also a construct of eternal order. The last gasp of imagination, once broad, now left with nothing. What cliché. Yes, right, that makes sense. I pulled all of that directly out of my behind. Your artistic style has always been unique, from medium to expression. How many golf balls did it take? 1,000? 2,000? That's not important. What's important is the last one. Would you do me a favor and put the finishing touch on it by placing this one on top? What would happen? It will be completed. And at that moment... He sees shadows flash past the bottom gap of the office door. The door is kicked open before he could react. The whole room trembles, causing the teetering sculpture before him to collapse, sending golf balls flying everywhere. The fall? Renell and you, secretary over there, hands on your heads and get down. No sudden moves. Who are you? Doesn't matter. You and your boss are going to come quietly if you know what's good for you. Something is approaching rapidly from above. Must be a particularly big foul beast, the officer thought. He pays no heed to it and points his crossbow at Renell, the half-collapsed golf ball sculpture standing between them. Then he hears a loud noise from the ceiling, right above what remains of the sculpture. Then another. This time a large hole appears in the ceiling along with the sound of broken planks. Several dark shadows fall through the shrapnel-mixed dust onto the floor of Renell's office, smashing what remains of the sculpture, sending golf balls flying in all directions. The soldier was about to let out an expletive, but it died in his throat. The shadows began to move. Everybody alright? Just a little scrap. I'm fine. Doc? Okay. Iana gives Doc a hand and sees he's holding a golf ball, which left a round mark on his forehead. I'm fine. Other than a little knock from a golf ball. Next question. Anyone know what happened, other than that we somehow fell into a pile of golf balls? Why didn't we just go through the roof? We wouldn't have to climb the stairs if we did that. Shut up. Prepare to engage! A crossbow? Prepare to engage. I guess you aren't exactly friends. Did you bring a weapon, Milosh? Nope. Well, in that case, you'd better duke it out amongst yourselves to decide who gets to kidnap me. There is only one of me, after all. A drink, Milosh. Pass. I still have to protect you. Kidnap? A furry kidnapping party? That's new. Enough chit-chat. Drop your weapons and get away from Renell, or we'll shoot. Well, they're coming for us, kidnappers or not. Find cover. Iana, Doc, take the non-combatants and get out of here. Fuze and I will cover you. No Sancta Halos, and they don't look like Black Steel either. Do these idiots have a death wish? They just think guns look cool? Move! Don't let them get away with Renell! On your 10, Iana. Hostile down. Those guns aren't just for looks. Stand your ground. We have backup. Reserve squad, quit fooling around and get out here. I can't get to the non-combatants. There are too many of them. Iana and I are suppressed. Reloading! I'm up. Frag out! Ineffective. Hostiles are blast resistant. Roger. Fuze. Smoke. Smoke grenade out. Smoke won't solve the real problem. Need a cluster charge. I've still plenty. That's one way, but Grismot works better here. Iana, Doc, get those non-combatants to cover. Fuze and I will cover. Firing! Stay back! Don't resist. I'm taking you to cover. Why do we have to... Look out! A sneak attack? Looks like you're more than just a secretary. You talk too much. Get back, sir. You're in the line of fire. Trying to fight real weapons with a wine bottle, dumbass. Very immature. He's out cold. I'll carry him. You get that guy in white. They're trying to take Renella away. Stop them! We can't get close. Their guns fire too quickly. Damn it. What the hell are you doing when they're not firing? They keep fighting dead zones. Their coordination... There are only 4 of them. How many guys do we have? We're in cover. We can hold out for a while. Reloading. That guy's got out. Get him! Iana, smoke. Smoke grenade out. Another smoke grenade? Is that the best you can? Flying out. Sticking it. Here's a memento. Get out of the way, Fuze. The other 2 are trying to hide. Surround the men! They swarmed without any caution for possible explosives. No tactical awareness whatsoever. Let's disarm them first, then to the wounded dock. Clear. 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 All clear. No casualties. That's good news. Even though we were shooting to incapacitate rather than kill, these guys were still unusually tough. One there survived a full shotgun blast at point-blank range. Good news indeed. One more thing. Not sure what it means, but look at the animal ears. You can see blood vessels if you look closely. What? Is that part of Levy's research too? My compass isn't working. What about yours, Doc? If we're really near Magnethill number 2, in the southern Urals... Doc looks behind him, where the wind is blowing the curtains open. The squad walks out to the balcony and takes in the sight outside. The setting sun shines down between towering skyscrapers, painting the waters red. Tourists in swimsuits lie on the beach, enjoying a lazy holiday afternoon set to ice cream truck music. The only man in the room who can still stand slowly walks towards them. This is the Urals, and I'm George Clooney. It's clear we're no longer in a mission area. Did we teleport? Where to? The Maldives? It looks like a vacation spot, alright. But I don't think it's the Maldives. Maybe we can ask the unfortunate victims. Oh, speak of the devil. Could you answer a few questions, sir? Who are you? What is this place? And who were those armed men? I'm happy to explain a few things out of gratitude for the surprising ending that you created for my work. Before formal introductions, however, I must correct one premise. I was never an unfortunate victim. Not before, not now, not ever. Can we get back on topic? Very well. Welcome to the dark heart of Bolivar. Welcome to Dossoles. My name is Raynell Kowalski. Call me Ella, Mr. Raynell. But given that we need to quickly grasp our situation, I think we can cut the introductions. I'll ask and you'll answer, alright? Doesn't look like I have a choice. Which country does Dossoles belong to? Bolivar, in name at least. Bolivar? You mean Bolivia? I don't know a city called Dossoles in Bolivia. What about you, Iana? No. Let's try another way. Which continent are we on? South America? Continent? I'm not sure what you mean. If you mean the name of our landmass, that's Terra, obviously. Govno. Responding back in Kazimierzian. Oh, it's not every day I hear my mother tongue spoken. Your mother tongue? Nothing. Keep going. I never thought I would be asking this, but... Mr. Raynell, are we on planet Earth? Planet Earth? I thought all I had to do was answer questions, but now I'm beginning to have a few of my own. Iana, maybe you can do better with questions. Iana? Iana does not answer. Her eyes are wide, staring at the horizon in the opposite direction of the setting sun. The others follow her gaze. Two moons are rising slowly in the distance, one brighter than the other. Meanwhile... Damn, only had time for one doodle before they found out. That was close. Gave me a fright when all of those people showed up. Hold it right there, girl! You won't get away with vandalizing the Galeria! Shoot, I better go. You got lucky today, Raynell. And there we go. Our group got isekai'd. How and what was the trigger? No idea yet. I guess we'll see. Maybe we'll see in the story. For now, I'll tell you right now, at least for the first part here, we will not get an answer yet. Maybe there will be something later, but that's for the future. For now, they are here, they landed, and I'll say this at least, compared to Ash's squad back then, at least they didn't land inside of in the middle rather of a desert. They have it a bit better. But anyway, let's continue on to our next stage, which is a training stage, which I'll be only including the title and description, and it says, please enter in an orderly manner. A special place calls for special orders. Please refrain from poking your head out of cover before the start of the tour to ensure the best experience. Continuing on to our first battle stage, titled City Exhibit. From the beautiful to the eccentric, art from all four corners of Terra, right here in Dossoles. Welcome to the Galeria Kryształowa. And I'm hoping I'm saying that right, that is supposed to be Kazimierzian, aka Polish, I think I hope I'm okay with saying that Kryształowa, but yeah, anyway. As always, we're gonna be combining both the cutscenes here into one, and once we're done with the cutscenes, we're gonna do the character, or rather the enemy introductions and their descriptions, but for now, let's begin with the cutscene. I'll take a pack of dried cactus. Auntie Marcos, por favor. Auntie Marco doesn't put as much additives. It's not as good as Uncle Marco's. 1 pack of dried cactus. I'm starving. You look like you've been up all night. Developing photos? I can't help that inspiration likes to strike in the middle of the night. So, when are you gonna have my photo ready? Oh, I remember now. The one you said was a gift for the girl who's into metal music. She dumped me last month. Memories like to disappear in the middle of the night too. Of all the photographers here, I had to pick the one who could never make a deadline. Back from the Galleria, Techno. How was it? Get lost. What's the matter? Things didn't go well? Didn't you say last night that you were going to spray paint the whole place? What does that place of his look like on the inside? I heard it's a large collection of works from famous artists. I should have gone with you. I hardly got a doodle in before I had to run for my life. Dusk. Well, you'll get another chance, and bring me along next time. Me too. Enough of that, you two. Where's the old man? He's in a bad mood. Holed himself up in his room all day. I guess he's waiting for your good news. So, just to confirm, you don't know Levi? Correct. And I should confirm that you don't know my uncle, right? Tall, wears glasses, smiles in the creepiest way you can imagine. Say any more and I'll start to wonder if your uncle is the one we're looking for. I think it's just another unpleasant coincidence. Now that we've resolved our misunderstandings, would you like a drink? No, thank you, Mr. Raynell. We have to go. Why are you shaking, Iana? If we're not dreaming or hallucinating, we've been shot out by some unknown power through time or space and landed in this place. A faraway planet or Earth in some unimaginable dimension of time. I'm just excited, Ella. I get it, but we are not just facing a strange world. We have strange problems too. So, stay calm, no matter how excited you feel. Sorry. Let's go, friends. Hopefully, we can have a place to stay before nightfall. Well, there's no need for doom and gloom. I'm not ungrateful for you saving my life. I could at least offer a room with 4 walls and a roof. Unless you really wanted to sleep on cardboard beneath the sky. It's going to rain. We won't take it for free, Mr. Raynell. For as long as we accept your hospitality, we'll protect you and ensure there won't be any other armed men charging into your room. Or falling through the roof. That will do, Milosh. She knows what she's doing. But we don't know anything about them right now. This is our chance to learn. You're always so willful. You know me. If you're going to turn us down, it will be nice to do it quickly. No, I have no objections. Let's get your employment contract drafted before HR leaves for the day. Diaz, I'm back. I heard you were waiting for me. I couldn't do it, but I didn't get hurt either. Sit. What are you watching? That. Raynell? What is he blabbering about this time? Mr. Raynell, as Galeria Kristała prepares for its grand opening, a local community is also planning an arts festival. What are your thoughts about it? I have a lot of respect for art. The people who live there have good ideas and interesting creations. But an arts festival is not something that can be organized by just anybody. They don't have any professional buy-in. It is silly to compare the two. The Galleria has far more significance than their arts festival. We have gathered artwork from across the world in Dossoles, demonstrating the diversity of culture and art, while providing a platform for art lovers everywhere. The importance it poses to the development of art in Dossoles is not something that some amateur arts festival can hope to match.
Did Peddler call us amateurs?
Not the first time we've been at odds. All those organizations and critics have used our community as a tool to suck up to him on his first day in Dossoles. He talks crap about us, using our work as comparison to promote his own garbage. He's blocking us at every turn, from exhibitions, disc releases, even small performances. Remember his so-called community development project? It was a hot mess, and we eventually brought it down.
Yeah, the hate is mutual.
Like you went to tag up his Galleria, didn't you?
He was the one who hired a writer to blast my friend's work in the papers.
Well, since when has he ever said anything good about us? Let him... I have a couple of words that I want to say on behalf of all Dossoles artists. Huh? Why has Galleria Kristała drawn so much attention and achieved so much? It's because we represent what is truly of value in Dossoles' art scene. Absorbing the cultural nutrients of Dossoles and representing her true spirit. That is the reason why I built Galleria Kristała. Who did he say he's representing? All Dossoles artists? Where was he when we put on a concert for the musicians who escaped the Sinja's garden? Where was he when we were translating Ursus novels? What has he ever done for art on Dossoles? How dare he claim to represent Dossoles?
Alright, old man, calm down, calm down.
Calm down? Do you know he's opening his glass house on the same day as our arts festival?
What?
I didn't believe it when I heard about it this morning, but then he said it on air. It's the same day!
What do we do then?
We do what we want. Who cares about him? It's more important to stay focused on taking care of our own. Don't waste your time on him. Capitan Matteo? Is this everyone who made it back? Go on. What happened? Raynell's guards dropped down from the sky and stopped us. We lost a lot of men. I escaped with the survivors. How many of them were there? 4. Just 4. Armed with guns, very well trained. The way they fought was unusual. We couldn't get through. Guns. Sancta. No mention of that in the report on Raynell. Could it be Blacksteel? Sir, I will take full responsibility for the failure. Please don't punish anyone else. You're loyal to your men. No need to be so jittery. That's not a bad thing. Our intel was insufficient, that's all. Now we know more. Take that box on your way out. There is more money and casino chips in it. Share it with your men and have some fun at the casino on me. Capitan, are you sure? Keep your ears open. Tongues are loose in a place like that. Yes, sir. I'll report if I hear anything. What about that community the brass are pushing? It's the last piece of the puzzle for the entertainment district project. We've just got to find a way. If Raynell won't budge, we could start with the community directly. Yes, sir. I'll pay particular attention to anything about that place. You're my first choice to manage the entertainment district once it's built. Don't disappoint me. I won't! You are here earlier than I expected. Again.
I don't like to make people wait.
Sorry about that. There was a bit of traffic.
It's 9 o'clock on the dot. You're not too late.
I used to be punctual, but then I realized that people here like to be fashionably late.
No problem. I got time to check out the exhibits. The Galeria's use of light is unique. The natural light during the day and the bright as day again at night.
Do you like art?
No, just a little curious.
Feel free to take a look around during your free time. You probably won't get a chance once the Galleria is officially open.
What? No employee tickets?
Of course there are. What I mean is, you'll be able to take the time to appreciate the work you like before the places with crowds.
Sometimes it's not the crowd that affects your mood. It's a particularly creepy painting.
You mean the one at the end of the hallway? That's not a famous piece. It's a portrait of Raynell's father. He was the one who left behind a legacy that allowed us to build this Galleria far from home and collect masterpieces from all across Terra. That's why Raynell always felt it was important to do something to commemorate his father.
Like putting up a huge portrait here?
Raynell wants everyone to see his father clearly. Anyway, it's just a portrait. Both Raynell and I believe Mr. Kowalski's merit goes far beyond that.
A faithful son, I see.
It's almost time. I'll take you to him.
I've been meaning to ask, why do all visitors have to climb the stairs to get to the penthouse?
He prefers people expend some kind of effort to come and find him. Everyone has to take at least one flight of stairs.
I've never seen him do it himself.
He has his personal elevator. It's the only one in the Galleria's office area, and these are the only stairs.
Sounds like what a genius would do, alright. The silver lining is that it makes security simpler. Anything else I need to know?
No, you have one job. Keep him alive.
What about at night? Do you need us to rotate shifts?
No, I'll be there at night. Miss Ella, are your friends not with you?
Your guards are very interested in Fuze and wouldn't stop asking questions. I left them there since you said you wanted to get them trained up.
You said there were 4 of you.
Going by what we agreed on, 2 of us will protect you while the others continue our search here. They'll be on hand if we need them. You're not going out in public today anyway.
Just curious. In fact, it's easier on me with fewer people around.
I saw you have 2 top secret meetings on your schedule.
I do? What meetings?
Bungee jumping? That's a meeting?
Of course, Milos wouldn't let me do this, but he's not here today. Why not seize the opportunity?
As your bodyguard, I advise you to rethink this.
As your employer, I advise you to advise less. Is my safety harness ready?
Yes, sir. You're good to jump anytime.
See you later.
Woo! What an asshole.
Nothing to worry about. Our equipment is first rate. There's no danger at all.
You wouldn't have had him sign that waiver if there was no danger.
Would you like to come back and remove your safety harness then?
On the other hand, my boss did pay for it.
Ella backs up to the edge and feels nothing but air on her heels, a tingling feeling that goes straight up her spine along the harness. She smiles at the worker and falls backwards, allowing the feeling of weightlessness to seize her heart. She waits for the rope to become fully stretched, then bounce back, pulling her back up. Then she hears the sound of a splash in the roaring wind.
Oh no! That Vulpo unlocked his own harness? Govna!
On an ad on the streets,
don't get sunburned when you enjoy the beach. Buy Sombrero Dude sunscreen now and get a free set of tail care oil.
what is that?
That girl with cat ears was handing them out. I took one.
It's true that UV rays are strong around here.
Not that. This.
Polishing stones for horns? What are they babbling? Who would have thought there would be such a wonderful vacation spot in Worn-Torn Boulevard? I was dreading this business trip at first.
It's been great, except the salt water makes your horns rough. I need to polish mine when we get back to the hotel.
And conditioner tailored to Vulpo, Lupo, and Feline.
10-liter set? I mean, I know they have ears and tails and all.
This batch is a good one. Let's talk details on the beach tomorrow. It better be worth the price.
Okay, they need it.
Nothing could surprise me now. Except a Sancta passerby who frowns disapprovingly towards a Sarkas mercenary who goes around scornfully. Sacredya. A host can be heard on a TV. Let's welcome our guest today, Mr. Renail Kowalski, the new star of Dossoles' art scene. Thank you, Dossoles TV, for giving me the chance to be scorned by thousands sitting in front of their television screens, and a way for them to let off some steam.
Hey, isn't that the owner of Galeria Kristałova?
I didn't expect to hear his voice on the street. I wonder if Ella and Fuze are getting along with him. I have a hunch. He's one to get on your nerves. A casino bouncer. If you're not playing, get lost. You're scaring away customers with that shabby outfit.
I'm just advertising our community festival. I'm not bothering your guests.
You better not be.
Hi folks, wanna check out our festival? Take a flyer! It's a real special event in the street art community.
Thanks, but I don't think we'll have the time.
You're not going to that glass house opening, are you? Don't let the guy fool you with his fancy talk. He doesn't know anything about art. Come on, take a flyer. What does it say?
I would be interested in checking it out, if they manage to pull it off. Back to Renel's voice on the TV. This ceremony will stimulate Dossoles' artistic and cultural fields. My staff and I have prepared extensive plans for acquisitions, business development, sector growth. The opening of Galeria Kristałova will be a turning point in Dossoles' economic history.
Now I'm more interested in what's on the flyer. Are you out of your mind, you son of a vixen? Wake up, you bastard! Stop playing dead. I can feel your pulse.
Just a moment of capriciousness. Releasing the shackles that bind me at the closest point to the surface and falling freely into the water. Isn't it so much more fun than just bouncing up and down on a rope?
I'm sorry, Mr. Raynell, but I don't think I can continue to serve as your bodyguard. Thank you for giving us a place to stay. My squad and I will move out tomorrow.
Now, I've fallen into water from even greater heights. See, I'm completely fine, am I not? Don't need to get angry.
I can't protect a man who plays jokes with his life.
You've mistaken, Miss Ella. I have a goal that I've been working toward for many years. Until it's complete. No one values his life more than I do. Remember to wipe yourself dry. I can tell your constitution is not as strong as ours. Don't you know? Once you step through this door, it's not up to you whether you get to step back through it again. I come in good faith, Capitan Matteo. Good faith? After the reception my man got from your boss. Why can't you and Raynell stop bickering with one another? Interesting question. Is he going to hand over the plot of land where that street art community is squatting? Get in my way, and you get in the way of Bolivar's coalition government. A Casimirzian with nothing but money thinks he can negotiate with a government representative just because he hired a few mercenaries. Raynell doesn't want to fight you over that piece of land. If we can reach an agreement, he is happy to cede control of the land to you, or to the coalition government. It makes no difference. And you speak for him? I do. We could have been talking about this under more amicable circumstances, if not for that ill-conceived kidnapping attempt. You blame me for that? It was an unfortunate misunderstanding. No need to make excuses for me. I don't care. Just tell me, what does Raynell want? One doesn't do business in Bolivar for long without the support of a powerful patron, someone like you. I've spent most of my years in the army, not the classroom. Get to the point. Well, that neighborhood is not so much a home for artists as a lawless place where gangs roam unchecked. We had plans for its development, but the residents were utterly vicious. Even worse, there are infected living among them. You thought money could solve all your problems in Dossoles. Yes, only those who can solve problems get to enjoy the ultimate fruit. I don't know your style or skills, so I think the quickest way would be a simulated engagement. 2 teams, 4 in each team, best of 3. Attacking team tries to locate the hostage and rescue him. Defending team tries to stop the attackers from rescuing the hostage. Any questions?
Everybody stays silent, besides... who's the hostage?
For the sake of fairness, me.
I'm in through the window. Room's empty. Moving on to the next one. Hey, watch where you're going. You watch where you're going. Quiet. I've already searched the direction you're going in. There's nobody there. Didn't you hear it on the radio?
Radio? Oh, I dropped my earpiece out the window. I was looking for you to get a new one. Two enemies down. I could hear them from a mile away. How about you crouch behind this board? Maybe show an inch or two of your head so as to draw their attention. The three of us will guard at the only door and take them out as they enter. You're not concerned that I could get hurt? Get hurt? Nah, we got them the moment they step inside. Damn it! The Originium arts! I can't see! They're coming in through the window! Stay back! Hostage found. There are 3 idiots waiting by the door. Looks like they forgot there's more than one way in. The bright flash looks like it works well. Hey, what's that guy doing? Get away from me! Damn it, get away! He's just shooting blindly. Where are my teammates? All down? Peace yet. Stop! Stop! You guys are a real eye-opener. You're back early. I thought you would be out enjoying places that don't let you go. There was an accident. You're hurt? No, Miss Ella quit. This is the 32nd bodyguard who's had enough of you. I can't spend all day with you when I got my own job to do. What about your negotiations with the Capitan? He took the bait. Good. Now we'll see how our friends in the community perform. He'll have his hands full. I've spent long enough dealing with those artists to know that if there's one thing they do well, it's causing trouble. Miss Ella, have you handed in your resignation papers yet?
No one told me. HR is closed today.
Ah, my staff have always been capricious. It's such a headache.
Before I go, you should know that the sculpture at the center of the special exhibit is a counterfeit. It's a tiny bit different from the other works by the same sculptor. You should look into it.
Oh?
Maybe your dealer ripped you off. I guess that's a fact of life for a businessman like you.
I'm starting to regret letting you go, Miss Ella.
Oh yeah?
You have a good eye. I was the one who made the counterfeit. I kind of liked it, so I just left it out. It's been there for a while. You're the first one to realize it's a fake.
Maybe others just don't dare point it out. Since that doesn't bother you, my friends and I will be going now.
Just a moment, Miss Ella.
What is it?
Would you keep working for me if I promise to behave?
Well, that's something you don't see every day. You're trying to persuade me to stay.
Yes. Don't you want to see the authentic piece? You must have spent a lot of time with that sculptor's work to notice such tiny details.
I hope you can keep your promise.
Meanwhile...
How far to Dossoles, Ernesto? We're almost there. You've been saying that for days. Yes, we're almost there. Once I deliver this batch of medicine, I'll take you to a sunny beach where you can lie down for a whole day. Far away from any casinos or bars. I could live with bars. I understand that some people need to drink their troubles away. Hey, how did you know I don't like casinos? It's my first time taking a partner operator home to Dossoles, so I asked Orchid about you before we left. Then you know what happened when I left my homeland?
A brave act.
And when I went back, an honorable choice. Well, it's not something I'm ashamed of. It's just a little more fit to be shared over a drink or two, not like this. Well, you can buy me a drink when we get to Dossoles. That's my price for hearing the story. Deal? Deal.
And that's our first stage. And the two things I'm gonna point out from here, from this at least beginning here, is well, our dear art man is quite the eccentric. poor Ella. Poor Ella. But also, I'll say this, for now, my favorite parts of this story are Iana and Doc experiencing the world of Arknights. They're having existential crises. It's amazing. Like, there can't be anything that will surprise me right now, and suddenly a essentially in quotes angel walks past a devil. For people who are Christian and or religion in any kind of aspects where, you know, angels and demons exist, yeah, that is probably a huge shock. Probably bigger shock than anything else. But yeah, anyway, semantics. I love just love seeing them be like, what? What did I just see? But yeah, anyway. Before we continue on to our next stage, we have enemies to introduce. Starting with a Coalition Army Hound. And it says, a hound trained by the Bolivar Coalition Army. Para officers were not too enthused about this being introduced into their tactical considerations. That is calling itself out, isn't it? Para officers were not too enthused about this being introduced into their tactical considerations. Okay. The other one is the Light Rapid Crossbowman. And it says, a light crossbowman who can fire 3 bolts at once. The price of such on-demand firepower is their weakness in long-time battles. Well, they do go through ammo very quick. Anyway, we move on to our second battle stage, titled Asymmetrical Garden. Drawing inspiration from the asymmetry that is ever present in everyday life, the designer decided to go all in on it. Well then, let's begin. Sir, what is it? I believe I found a lead on that thing you asked me to look into. Word around the casino is that a shipment of Oripathy suppressants is being delivered to that artist community. There are a lot of infected in there. If you can stop the shipment, maybe... Who's delivering it? A pharmaceutical company by the name of Rhode Island. It has a bit of a reputation in Dossoles and is linked to Lady Candela. Is it dangerous? Dangerous? Let me think. By the way, did you get anything on the man who showed up at Raynell's office the other day? Sorry, sir, we tried, but we couldn't find anything. What about our old rivals? The people behind them? Nothing there either. Are you telling me they just dropped from the sky? Maybe someone doesn't want us digging up their background? Then who is that someone? I see. Why didn't I think of it? What's that? What if it isn't the coalition government itself? Plenty of people would love to have my job. Perhaps even someone who's spent a lot of time under me. What do you think? Absolutely not. I've always been loyal to you, and to you alone, I swear. Now that I think of it, you wouldn't have the guts. You're absolutely right. Well, I have my hands full with what's in front of me anyway. Is there a way to kill two foul beasts with one stone? Teach those gangs in the community a lesson while taking those people down a peg. What do you remember about their tactics that day?
I thought you had to wait in the customs line for a long time.
It helps that I know the customs officer. I actually borrowed this car from him.
I didn't know you had so many friends here. Let's get the meds delivered, then we can find a beach to lie down and relax.
There's no rush. It's a very interesting neighborhood that we're headed to. I think you'll like it.
What do you mean?
A lot of them are engaged in a very specific creative spiritual activities, expressing their sentiments about life and everything around them through unique language and media.
I'm feeling a little confused. Could you put it in a simpler way?
There are a lot of artists there. Everything is in place, sir. Don't worry, sir. We're properly dressed and we've memorized the phrases that they used. Reenacting their accents and tactics won't be easy, but we've got a former Blacksteel guy here who'll take point. We've handed out the guns, as well as originium explosives and launchers. Yes, the medicine first, and the fewer people around the better. I know, leave witnesses alive. I've got this, sir. No worries. They're 1 block away, sir. Move! Move!
Ernesto, what's that in the middle of the road?
Maybe someone dropped it. We'll just go around.
Wait, it's an originium explosive!
A what? No time to break. Jump!
The medicine!
It's in a special container. It should survive the explosion. Hopefully. Can you stand?
Just a little scratch. They're running towards the car. Guys, there is no one inside. We're here. No response. Is it just me, or do they look more like mercenaries than tourists?
They could have something to do with that explosion. Let's go. The men find what they need in a car and run away before Tequila can finish. The remaining men point their guns at Catapult and Tequila.
Guns? Who are they, Ernesto?
That's what I want to know. Why are you after the meds? Open fire! Damn!
Ernesto, get down!
Engaging, 6 o'clock. Fire, fire! Keep them pinned down! Are you okay, Arletta?
I'm fine. Only one of them is actually shooting properly. The others are just popping launchers.
Reloading! Cavalry! 12 o'clock! Our men down!
Too many of them. We can't reach the meds.
Let's get to the alley over there. There's a way out that way.
Gotcha. I'll cover you.
Meters, 5 meters, 3 meters. Arletta! The street art community? Why do you ask?
I'm interested in the arts festival on this flyer.
I wouldn't go there if I were you. They aren't people you want to mess with. I agree. There are a lot of infected there. Infected? Are they sick? Are you kidding me? No one will show us the way. It sounds like a dangerous place. Are we still going?
Taxis won't even take us there.
Maybe we should report back to Ella and go together with the others.
Look what we've got here. The perfect angle, subject and expression. A true work of art. Did you just take our photo without permission, sir?
Give me the camera, please.
Come now, handsome, don't get angry. Take a look. I guarantee you'll love it. Here.
The screen shows the duo frowning at the taxi driving away, as though bothered by its wake, one putting her hands on her lips in frustration, the other covering his nose. A snapshot of everyday life at its most amusing, condensed into a single picture.
That's not bad.
You do have a good eye.
I'm glad you like it. 15 gold certificates, or equivalent in souls or ducats. I'm not picky.
I'm afraid we have no intention of buying it, and you'll have to delete it as well. We don't want our image to end up somewhere we wouldn't expect.
Well, if you want to delete it, 20 gold certificates. Not a penny less. We're not paying. Well, we're not deleting anything unless you pay up.
Bastard.
Yeah, I'm a rascal, alright. Problem? He's getting away. Keep your eyes open for your photos out there. Adios, amigos.
Connor. He's too fast.
Not to worry, Katib. He left a long trail of tire marks behind. I've been looking for you. Is your photo portfolio ready? Just making a couple of quick bucks. Don't worry, I'll have it ready tonight. You always leave it to the last minute. I'll buy you fruit soda to make up for it. Forget that. Just get your photos ready to be by tonight. Or break your nose. See ya! We're going to lose him. That girl is in the way.
We have to think of something. They peek out from behind the cover to see the girl pick up a spray can and begin spraying graffiti on the alley walls. Don't tell me, has she noticed us?
What do you mean?
Look at the way she's turning to the left and wincing. Is she communicating with someone?
It's possible. Their ears work differently. Maybe they can hear us, even when we try to be quiet. Damn, why now? Ah!
Did she just collapse? She's ill! Mayor, keep watch!
Be careful. What's going on, Katib? You're really frowning.
Don't move. Doc crouches down and examines the girl. A strange expression comes over his face, and his brows furrow even deeper.
What is it?
Doc picks up the fallen spray can while covering his mouth and nose. I'm guessing this can hasn't passed inspection.
I'm not sure you can get knocked out by spray paint, even if it's poorly made.
I don't know. I can only do what I can. Are you feeling better, girl?
Injector in my pocket.
Let's see. This one? Good thing you have your own medication, otherwise there wouldn't be much I could do to help you. I thought maybe the spray paint fumes knocked you out.
Huh. I smell it every day. It's nothing.
You already look much better.
That's my last one. Here, have some water. Thanks.
Where do you live, girl? We'll take you home.
Don't call me girl. You're not afraid of me?
I'm from Paris. I've seen my share of street gangs.
Gangs? That's not what I'm talking about.
Then what is it?
Huh. You're kind of a weirdo.
The girl lifts her gauze from her right leg, revealing the originium crystals on her knee.
Aren't you scared of this?
Anything else I can help with?
No, my friend is coming. She'll take care of the rest. I came as soon as I heard. What happened? Let me take a look. Hey, don't grab my head! And don't lift my skirt with so many people watching! Well, you look alive enough. Thanks to these two. They helped me when I had a flare-up.
Just doing what any doctor should.
There aren't many doctors like you left. Most can't run away fast enough when they find out about our condition.
If you're here to take care of her, then we'll be leaving.
Wait, here's my card. Please feel free to visit my massage parlor anytime. 20% off for you, amigos. Thank you, but I don't think we'll need... She's good, you know. Whenever we get an ache or a pain, all of us go right to her.
I'm a physician. I know how to take care of myself. I don't need any help.
Just try it, sir. Please, keep your distance, ma'am.
The woman takes a few steps back, puts on a pair of gloves, then snaps her fingers.
Sure, I can do it from this distance. You can touch me from there?
I've heard of people claiming the ability to perform therapy from afar. Whether it's called Chi or some other name, most research indicates that it's As the woman's fingers move through the air, the pair feel a warm sensation on their shoulders, and soon feel a sense of comfort that envelops them gently. Oh, my stress and anxiety, all gone.
Am I imagining it? I feel so good. Oh.
Well, I guess I can forget the research. What? Someone stole the meds? This is no joke, Ernesto. We have a lot of infected in the community who need those meds.
We apologize for failing to deliver. We'll try to make up for it.
You don't really think money will do it, do you?
If we can't find the meds, I'll try to obtain an equivalent amount of medicine in a timely manner.
Sorry, Senor Ernesto. I'm just nervous. Did you see the robbers? We have plenty of eyes and ears here. Maybe we can help.
That's what felt strange. It looked like a prepared ambush. Rhode Island has always treaded carefully around here, trying not to make enemies. I can't imagine why anyone would target us.
Maybe they had their eyes on your meds. Suppressants fetch a good price on the black market.
They were very professional, quick and efficient. Are our meds really worth that kind of effort? And also, I think I heard sound of gunfire while we were running.
Guns? Pros again. I'm glad Raynell thinks so highly of us.
You think someone is targeting your community?
Our grudge with Raynell goes back a long way. But I never thought he would do something so dirty.
What's with the commotion downstairs? Sounds like someone's condition flared up while they were outside and got help from kind passerby. People are gathering to thank them.
We always repair acts of kindness. Let me see their faces. Say, haven't I seen them before?
The man picks up yesterday's newspaper and flips to the gossip section, pausing at its title. No one can stand him. Raynell changes bodyguards again. Subtitle: Exclusive report.
4 guards, 2 shifts. Who are they?
Hey, they look really like the ones down there.
Looks like we really have to repay their kindness.
I feel like I've been born again. It's hard to describe.
Thank you. It's such an astonishing massage technique.
I learned it in Kerak. I had to climb Mount Carl in a snowstorm to convince the saintess there to teach me. You came here from Syracuse, what, 7 or 8 years ago? When did you have the time to go to the Snow Realm? Don't believe her tall tales. Hey, I resent the accusation.
Well, thank you for the massage, but we should go, Raynell has a lot of people working for him. A couple less won't make any difference. How about you stay a while longer and enjoy our hospitality?
Papa? What's the matter?
Why are you with these medicine robbers? Why did you bring them here?
Medicine?
Yes, medicine for ripathy. They stole it.
Stole? It couldn't be them. They don't even know what the ripathy is.
We don't know anything about any medicine. Could there be a misunderstanding? Misunderstanding? Who else but Blacksteel and you dress like mercenaries and use guns in these parts?
We were just bringing the girl back.
Well, if there's a misunderstanding, we'll clear it up. Take them in! The duo see Diaz's aide raise his staff. While they cannot imagine how the light at the tip of the staff would do damage, they instinctively sense the approaching danger.
Run! Kateb!
Look out! Come on, you gun-tooting thugs! I dare you to set foot in this neighborhood!
You were too fast. I couldn't catch you. Where are they?
Hiding. What are you doing standing there? Find them! Move! Move!
What was that? Magic?
I think they call it Originium Arts, but I guess magic is fine. We need to find a way out. The exits are all guarded.
Cover me. I'll control the replicate.
Ready.
Gemini replicator active.
Hey, where did it go? Not here, not there. Where did she come from? Right in the middle of the road? Bows, crossbows, launchers, arts units. All sorts of weapons point towards the Gemini decoy in the middle of the road. Even Iana is speechless at the reception.
Well, talk about a warm welcome. Bows, crossbows, bombs, magic.
Let's go while they're distracted by the decoy. It won't take long for them to figure it out.
Maybe we should get in touch with Ella, see what's going on. I'm just so confused right now. No, I'm sure it's not Raynell's guys. His guards have been busy getting whipped by Shurat. Are you sure he's telling the truth? I'm sure. He hasn't had a chance to give an order like that today. But the people here seem sure that we stole their medicine. That's not important. What's important is that we get out of that neighborhood ASAP. It's dangerous for you two to continue, given their special powers. Do you need support? No, the Originium arts are impressive, but they're just a disorganized mob. I know how to protect myself, and Kateb's here with me. Get in touch if anything happens. I will.
They've dispersed, Mayor. Time to move.
Okay, let's go. Alright, I've taken a look from up high. The district is roughly divided into 3 areas. The outer ring, the residential district, and that building at the center.
Which is always patrolled by guys with magic wands. There must be someone or something important there.
That's not important. We're steering well clear of it anyway.
What about going through the residential area? I didn't see anyone armed. It seems to be a safe path.
Or it could be more dangerous.
True. Common sense doesn't apply to this planet. From a window on the right side of the two, a baby can be heard crying. Don't cry, babe, Daddy will sing you a song. Where are you flying, tired foul beast? Towards tomorrow's wind. Don't you know? Your wings are for today. Sleep finally. I didn't think I would hear a song like that here.
What happened?
Something just dashed past my feet. Rat, snail, I'm not sure. It's too dark.
This is their garbage dump. No wonder no one comes here.
The way out is just ahead. We should be glad that people don't come to this stink heap.
Hostiles?
No, just light from that window.
Why would they do this in their own home?
On the window on the left.
Oh, thank you so much, honey. That foul beast just kept running. Well, it's not running anymore. Now we can... Oh no, it's waking up again. Hearts like that just don't work here.
The foul beast lets out loud, crowing noises. Oh no, he's waking up again. And now the baby on the other window has also woken up.
Huh.
I guess Originium Arts isn't the answer to everything.
Look at the colored acrylic boards on the walls. Only people who think of this place as home would put up decorations with no particular use like those.
Same goes for the graffiti on this side. The scenes, figures and decorations don't look like casual doodles. Every picture seems to tell a story.
What are you doing here?
Girl, we...
Calm down, we didn't do what the gentleman accused us of. It's a misunderstanding. I don't know. You helped me, but...
We mean you no harm. You know that girl.
Go right once you leave the alley. The left side may look empty, but sometimes Papa goes out there to smoke. I was just taking out the trash. I didn't see anything.
You...
We should go, Kateb.
Oh yeah, just a average day in Dossoles, isn't it? Just planting random explosives, stealing stuff out of the car you blow up, pretending you're someone else, planting evidence on someone else, so they take the blame. Just your average day. But anyway, before we move on to our next part, we have one new enemy to add here, which is the Armored Scout. And it says, an Armored Scout. The armor they wear is capable of pinpointing the location of attackers. So essentially they have a Halo motion tracker or some shit like that. Great, the enemies need FPS mechanics, not us. Anyway, we move on to stage number 3, titled Masquerade. Put on your masks, we will dim the lights and enjoy a dance in the controllable unknown. Let's begin. The meds are in the underground warehouse, sir. As you instructed, we imitated them, set up a bomb, caused a little bit of chaos, and got the stuff. Good. You don't look happy, sir. We need to get rid of the stuff. It's hard to not leave a trail, even if we change the packaging and sell it on the black market. You think it'll get tracked down? I got word that Rhode Island sent someone with an atypical background to make the delivery. I noticed the man looked familiar, but old Pancho's in jail and his people are scattered. Just being his son won't carry much influence. Not necessarily. Someone from the city council let slip that Candela is looking for a successor, and the kid is a candidate. But I thought Pancho and Candela cares more about ability than a personal grudge. What can we do? Brainell's secretary shared some resources with us the last time he came by. Yes, a few shops and warehouses. Wasn't there a warehouse that belonged to a pharmaceutical company? Yes. 1 box of meds, more or less, won't catch their attention. You mean pin it on Raynell? That's not how I would put it. They came asking for our help. It's only natural that we asked for something in return. Apologies for keeping you waiting, Senor Ernesto. No problema. I just got here. Excuse me, I got your drink, Senor Burke. A double, right? I'm glad you still remember what I like after so much time away. Our time together was much longer. Here's your coffee. Thanks. Everything is just right. After you left, there was no one who could take care of things like you could. Young people these days. Have patience. You can change quickly in an environment like that. By the way, Lady Candela wanted me to give you this document. Document? Does she want me to do something for her? No, it's what you're looking for. I haven't even said what I'm here today for. Lady Candela knows the exact moment you entered Dossoles. She knows that your shipment was stolen and that you're anxious to get it back. This is a record of all unusual traffic and cargo movement, including locations and persons involved. I don't know how I can thank her. No need for thanks, just don't forget us. There's more dust here than cargo. What's your mission, Ella? The stuff here has been stuck in the warehouse for the past 6 months, with only a single watchman keeping an eye on it. That's like an invitation for people to help themselves. Yes, Milos says there are reports of stolen goods every day. Are we tracking down where they went? No, it's normal for stuff to go out, but yesterday the watchman got a call to expect a delivery of medicine. Milos is suspicious and wants us to investigate. Hostile intent? Hard to say. I don't know what they would want with a warehouse like this. Maybe Milos just wanted an excuse to get you and Shurat out of the way now that he finally has time to get something done with Raynell. All he needs to do is ask, and I won't go within a kilometer of either of them. You really don't like him, do you? I just don't like having to watch him play golf on the balcony every day. At least he kept his promise to behave. This is where the clues from the document lead, but
But it's just an old rundown warehouse.
There's a shipment of medicine coming to the warehouse in a bit. Let's see if it's the one we're looking for. Only one watchman at the warehouse. No threat. Once the truck comes in, Techno is going to turn off the security system and let us go in to check it out.
Well, we still have to wait.
Sleepy hell. When is that shipment going to arrive? I can't believe they're actually sending someone to inspect it. What for? The weather is so good, I just want to find a beach to lie down on, have a cup of coffee, and listen to a song or two. Dancing a soundless tango at night. Where's the CD? Ah! And from the headphones, the song begins. Dancing a soundless tango at night. I can't see your face, only the warmth of your hand. Now this is life.
He's not even trying. If you want to sleep so badly, I'll lend you a hand. That was easy. Let's see, where are the controls? I thought there was just one manager. Why are there 4 people here? Who are they? The security systems are down. I have good news and bad news. The good news is that we know those meds are the ones we're looking for. The bad news is that Raynell's bodyguards are here. 4 of them, all in the warehouse.
I thought nobody ever came here. Well, we've got a disadvantage in numbers. Can you cut the lights, Techno? Arletta and I might be able to sneak in under the cover of darkness.
Sure, I could try. It's off.
Alright, we're moving.
Well, this guy knows how to live alright. Music and coffee. Is that this year's crop? It smells good. Ow! Too hot, too hot. Shoot, spilled it all over the keyboard. Where's a napkin when you need it?
She stops at the sound of springs pushing a plastic cover open. She hastily lifts her arm and sees an indicating light glowing green next to the keyboard. Below it is a tag that reads, Broadcasting.
When is it coming? Don't worry, we have time. I guess that's normal for an old warehouse like this.
On the loudspeakers, music can be heard. Dancing a soundless tango at night. I can't see your face, only the warmth of your hand.
Fuze, check out the control room.
The music continues. In a dark corner. You step on my toes, but I'm head over heels.
Shouldn't have drank that stupid cup of coffee. Someone's coming. I need to hide.
Excuse me. The watchman has been knocked out. There are signs of sabotage in the security and lighting systems. Someone has infiltrated the warehouse. They spilled coffee and pressed the wrong button. Not a professional, from the looks of it. I'll try to get the lights back up.
Looks like Ernesto isn't in yet. Got to put you to sleep then too, big guy. Oh, he's fast!
A kid! Fuze is shocked by the figure leaping out of the darkness, not just because of her small size, but also because Her punch was so fast that it was all he could do to block it. He grabs the girl's wrist after a few exchanges and attempts to restrain her, but quickly realizes that things will not be so easy.
Not so fast!
What? This kid's stronger than a grown man!
I'm not a kid!
The girl struggles free of Fuze's grasp and stomps on his toes. Before he has a chance to feel the pain, the girl launches a spinning kick to his face. Ugh. The music continues. Walking on the streets, we let each other's hands go. Far away you go, never seen again. I'm left alone, searching in the dark. Oh, the silent, unfinished tango. Stay close.
Alright.
The pair sneak forward silently along the wall, not realizing that another group is doing the same a short distance away.
Fuze? He's not answering. Should we look for him? No, I'll go. You wait here for the truck. There must be more than one infiltrator. Be aware that we can't use lights if someone is lying in wait. We'd be sitting ducks. Do you want to use my night vision goggles? You hold on to it. I'll be careful.
Ella crouches down, clutching her gun, feeling her way in the darkness.
Damn, where did Arletta go? I told her to stay close. It's just so hard to do anything in the dark. Was it this way? I might have taken a wrong turn. There shouldn't be another corner.
The loudspeakers continue, so many times brushing past each other.
There shouldn't have been a corner here. Not this way.
So much searching, so much lost. Maybe we'll see each other again at the next corner.
I hope not. I hope not. Ernesto! Uh-oh, I lost him. Who's there?
Did the girl not realize she was walking in circles around the same wall?
Not everyone has night vision. Say, I think I've seen her before. She was in that art community yesterday. Should we leave her here?
I think her friends will come for her. I'll wait.
Alright, I'll look everywhere elsewhere. He's heavy. I should have stuffed you in the cupboard with the other poor bastard.
Why would people from that neighborhood be here? This doesn't make sense. What's that noise? Doc holds his breath and reaches for his weapon. Auditory senses are sharpened in darkness. The dragging sound grows ever closer. The loudspeakers continue, so many times brushing past each other. So much searching, so much lost. Maybe we'll see each other again at the next corner. Freeze!
Freeze!
Their surprised exclamations send the warehouse into a frenzy.
Doc? Gustave? Techno? Well, you can blame your bad luck. What is that? Arts Flash! Get to cover, Ella! Wait, Techno, don't do it here!
No wrong moves, girl. I'll got your friend here. Oh no, they've got Arletta.
Huh, we have a hostage too. Shurat!
The only light in the darkness is from Techno's arts. Not bright enough to illuminate the whole warehouse, but just enough for everyone to see each other's faces. Gazes cross and scan around, reading the same thing on the assembled faces.
Well, this is awkward. How did we end up here? Maybe we can exchange hostages and each go our own way.
Wait!
Wait! What are you doing here? We have to find out who's been using this warehouse for smuggling. What about you, girl? Looking for the meds we lost.
We've already said we didn't steal the meds.
Really? Then what are you doing here? I told you, we're trying to find out who's smuggling stuff into this warehouse. What about you? I said this is where our meds are. You people are just impossible.
Hey, anybody home? Your stuff's here.
Man, all the way out in the middle of nowhere.
Everyone is quiet for a moment.
So, if we all want to know what's up with that shipment of meds, why don't we ask the guy who's delivering it?
My head hurts.
There you are, big guy. Here, ice for that bump on your head.
You're the kid who attacked me.
Call me a kid again, and you'll get another bump on the back of your head.
What happened?
They found the meds they lost, so the misunderstanding with us has been resolved.
That's misunderstanding. Resolved? It wasn't so hard persuading that poor driver to cooperate after all. What? I'm even more confused now. Where are we? Come, see for yourself.
Here's your medicine. Careful with it.
Thank you.
What's your name? Check it off the list.
Mike, there.
2 portions left. Let me check the list again. Maybe someone forgot to come. See if anyone hasn't signed. The last 2 are mine. Here you go. I'm sorry about today. We didn't know someone else was behind the robbery. It's okay. Glad to see that the medicine ended up in the hands of those who need it. Gustave told me that a lot of people here are afflicted with a special condition that requires these suppressants to control. So, wasn't that Capitan at odds with Raynel? Why is he stealing our meds to suck up to Raynel now? Milosh told me that he's after Raynel's development rights in this district. And what if he gets it? Raynel had the rights himself, and he couldn't do anything about us. Good thing too. It would be a shame if the local culture here got replaced by hotels and casinos. You've only been here half a day, and you're talking like you know the place well. And in this half a day, everyone who came for their medicine was trying to promote their artwork to me. People have to eat after all. What's that on your arm? A braided wristband. I didn't plan on buying it, but then I saw the kid's hands full of needle marks. Who would be so clumsy? What did you say? Would you like to take a break in my workshop?
$50 million Colombian gold certificates. 50 million gold going once. 50 million going twice. Sold for 50 million gold certificates. What did you say? The warehouse that kept losing stuff? Which one?
The one from the pharmaceutical company that shut down 6 months after you acquired it.
I seem to remember something of the sort. So, some people stole meds meant for that neighborhood, framed you for it, then tried to sneak those meds into that warehouse.
To be precise, they tried to frame you.
What do you want me to do then? Thank you for resolving the misunderstanding.
There is no need for that, Mr. Rennell.
Miller says you're leaving the accommodations I arranged for you. Have you found your friends?
No, we just found another place to stay.
Where?
That neighborhood.
There? Not that I'm against it or anything, but, why?
I saw something interesting.
Flashback.
This is my workshop. There's a lot of space here. I work together with other artists looking for inspiration, sometimes exhibiting our work. Are those wet papers abandoned drafts? No, they're finished artwork. Finished? There's a guy who leaves his paintings outside and lets the rain dissolve the paint. The work isn't finished until that step is done. The man who's flexing his muscles, is he looking for inspiration? Strictly speaking, he's a work of art too. Performance art? Read the plaque in front of him. Name, Pepe Turion, artist Pepe Turion's parents. Description, 6 months after creating this work, the artist abandoned it in the suburbs of Dossoles due to the lack of economic value. Little could they imagine that Pepe Turion would become one of the greatest masterpieces of Dossoles 20 years later. Eat shit, jerks. Wow.
I'm the greatest Originium artist in Dossoles. Would you like to see my art? Is he better than you, Techno?
No one's better when it comes to Originium arts. Be careful and don't hurt our guests.
Of course. The man takes out a few dark crystals from his pocket, each one glowing with an orange-yellow light. The visitors cautiously take a few steps back. The pure Originium Prime crystals begin to spin in the man's palm. Then he tosses them into the air one by one. He begins to juggle pure Originium. After a few rounds, he tosses all of them into the air at the same time. Then he looks up and catches the first one with his nose. Then the next, and the next. Finally, all the crystals form a tower on the tip of his nose. The man turns slightly, and the tower of pure Originium slides back into his palm.
I thought arts was about flashing lights and fireballs. That's Originium arts?
What is this if not Originium? What did I demonstrate if not arts?
I see. We're here. My biggest work lies beyond this door.
I think I've said this not too long ago, but I want to say it again. Nothing could surprise me now.
Do mannequin heads so big? Those are just the heads. You haven't seen the bodies yet. They'll be dancing the night our arts festival begins. They will dance when the twin moons begin to set and the sunlight has yet to shine. They will be the center of attention, the stars of the show. They will turn and pirouette on the streets, stepping in tune and gracing the entire community.
A beautiful picture.
I'm sure many people will be dancing with them. No, maybe. I don't know. You don't know? Nobody has danced in a long time, ever since that dance hall fire.
Back to present.
I told you, they've got innovative structure, deep emotions, delicate expressions.
Interesting. You've piqued my interest in what those people are doing. If you're going to that neighborhood, will you see what they're doing on my behalf?
I thought you weren't happy that they planned their arts festival on the same day as your opening ceremony.
Doesn't mean I can't be interested in what they're doing.
I can observe what they're doing on your behalf, but I have no reason to intervene in your conflict with them.
Of course not. Not that I wouldn't appreciate it if you could convince them to change the date.
I can't make you any promises.
You can't succeed if you don't try.
Anyway, I'm surprised you're willing to learn more about what they're doing.
You wouldn't be surprised if you were willing to learn more about me.
I thought...
Collection number 257, Antique Music Box. Starting price, 15 million gold certificates. Any bidders? Shh. I have to focus. Raynell raises his bid card. 20 million! Anyone else? 20 million! He raises his card again. Same bidder to 25 million? He raises it again.
There's no one bidding against you.
He raises his card again. I don't care what anyone else bids. I just want to raise it to the price I think it's worth. I apologize for my rash decision. But we didn't think they would have the nerve to openly insult coalition government forces that... I understand. Next time, there won't be a next time. I'll accept any punishment if this happens again. You can fire me, court-martial me, anything. Capitan. Shut up. Now the brass knows about that stupid truck driver. They stripped him naked and dropped him at our front door. The brass considers it an open insult to the coalition government. They asked whether our relationship with Raynell can continue, whether there is hope of obtaining the land. What am I supposed to say? Stupid, incompetent idiots. Capitan, Raynell's secretary is here. Do you want to see him? Show him in. If you're just here to complain on Renee's behalf, you can save it. Of course not, Mr. Mateo. Raynell is satisfied with your efficiency. You were just a little reckless. There are many infected in that community. Stealing their medicine is one way to take them down. But you must understand that if many infected die because of it, making a big mess does none of us any good. We understand. What else did he tell you? What he means is that if you were too reckless before, perhaps a more cautious approach now can bring about a peaceful resolution. We've gotten to this point and you want me to negotiate with those people? No, Mr. Mateo. There's no need for you to worry about it. Mr. Raynell has already sent someone to do it. Who? Miss Ella and her squad. You're familiar with them, no? Your men have had dealings with them, and people have even confused them with your men. We have an agreement, Milosh. Don't forget it. No need to get excited, Mr. Mateo. Raynell doesn't intend to terminate this cooperation with you. He just asks for cooler heads. We can talk about the land once you're calm enough to do so. Is there any message that you would like me to deliver to Mr. Raynell? I take my leave then. You were playing games with me, weren't you, Raynell? You're dead, Raynell, dead, if I don't get that piece of land from you!
150 million? He beat a music box to 150 million on his own? He may be eccentric, but he shows respect to what he considers art in his own way. It sounds like you're starting to change your mind about him. I've never made up my mind about him, Meyer. He is not easy to make up your mind about. Is that what makes him interesting? I'll admit that he's not your traditional boring art dealer. That's saying quite a bit coming from you. You're not big on compliments usually. What now? Will you continue to work with him? I'm not sure, but I'll think about it. Come to think of it, we couldn't have adapted to this place so quickly without his help. We did save his life, so we're even on that. Hey, Ella? Do you have a moment? Of course. What is it? Papa wants to see you. Mr. Diaz? Why? He has some questions for you. Very well, I'll go and see him. And just so you know, he might act pretty angry. He wants to intimidate me. He may not admit it, but, yes.
Alright. This whole sequence is mwah, especially the first cutscene. Beautiful. Before I say anything anymore, first we have one new enemy to add here to our collection, which is the heavy crossbowman Ambusher. And it says, a sniper issued with a mass-produced, kinetically boosted crossbow. Though expensive, they are well worth the price tag, capable of stunning targets for long durations after being charged up. So, yippee! Another sniper that is capable of stunning your units in place. Do I love me those. But yeah, anyway, this was a amazing sequence on this stage. All the shenanigans in the dark, people just running past each other, Fuze getting the shit knocked out of him by by a little Durin, which again, this is one of the reasons why I personally love the Rainbow stories from the collabs in general that we had, because we get actual human beings experiencing the people and the world of Terra. We get to actually perceive the world through their eyes, through an actual human's eyes. And I mean, just look at this shit. Fuze is a trained combat expert, and he got absolutely knocked the shit out by a Durin. Oh boy. Once again, children in this world are capable of probably breaking the arm of a grown adult from our world because of just the difference in, well, species in general. They're just stronger. I mean, the story at the beginning was literally like the operators tossing out, you know, concussion grenades, and the soldiers didn't give a shit. But yeah, that's pretty much one of the major reasons why I love these stories, because they just show you how different the perspective is between actual human beings and all of the races of Terra. They're yeah. That's pretty much what the first story did, especially when it goes into technology and shit like that. But yeah, interesting. I do wonder what each person's, at least I do wonder for now when it comes to the story, what Raynell's alliance is in all of this. What is his endgame? I don't believe he is an absolute asshole, but he is definitely a massive eccentric, and I'll take that. The guy is definitely interesting for now. I do wonder where that will lead with him, but yeah, this will be it for this first part. So, as always, guys, thank you very much for watching and listening. As always, please consider leaving a like on the video. It would help out a lot. Recommend it to other people as well who don't have time to read these stories. If you're new to the channel and you liked what you heard and you might consider going through the other catalog, consider subscribing. And of course, you want to support the channel more directly and me, obviously with my work, there is also memberships on the channel. And no video, as always, will be behind a membership paywall. It's literally just there to support the channel, so it's completely optional. And yeah, thank you very much. And I will go and edit this thing now and post it for you guys. And tomorrow work on the next part, slowly. And in the meantime, there will be operator records as well, as always. So please look out for them, considering every single one of the rainbow operators did get one. So they will be slowly going up on the channel alongside all of this. So yeah, thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you're having luck with your summons. I have seen people comment on the pull video that I posted. You guys are having some insane luck. Some more, some less, but in general this banner seems to be a pretty lucky one. But yeah, anyway, I will see you in the next one. Hope you have a fantastic day. Until then, bye-bye.